I'm 84, and I never thought I would have to learn how to live alone at this age. For most of my life, I wasn't alone. I was a wife. That was my identity, my world. I built everything around it, my time, my energy, my plans, my future. When people asked me who I was, I didn't say my name first, and I said, I'm his wife. We were married for 42 years, shared mornings, shared meals, the same routines repeated so many times that they started to feel permanent. I thought that kind of time made something unbreakable. I thought years could protect you. I was wrong. It didn't happen all at once, or maybe it did. Small changes, quiet distance, conversations that slowly disappeared. But when you build your life around someone, you don't question them easily. You protect what you have, even when it starts slipping away. I found out by accident. No shouting, no dramatic moment, just a message on a phone that wasn't meant for me. A name I didn't recognize in a marriage like ours. I read it once, then again, and then the truth settled in. Truth settled in. Living a life I knew nothing about. What broke me wasn't just the betrayal. It was the realization that the life I believed in wasn't real in the way I thought it was. 42 years suddenly felt uncertain. I didn't scream. I didn't leave that day. I just sat there quietly, because when something that big breaks, your mind doesn't react. I looked around the house, the same furniture, the same photos, the same life, but it didn't feel like mine anymore. When I asked him, he didn't deny it. That hurt more than anything. No hesitation already settled between us. I asked him why, and he said something I still carry with me. I don't know when it happened. That answer stays with you because it means there was no moment to point to, just a slow drift you never noticed. People think the hardest part is finding out, but it isn't. The hardest part is the morning after, when you wake up and everything is still there, but it doesn't feel like your life anymore. You make coffee the same way, walk through the same rooms, but something inside you has shifted. At my age, people expect you to stay, to accept it. They say, don't throw it away. But no one talks about what it feels like to stay, to sit across from someone who broke something that can't be put back the same way, to share silence that is no longer peaceful, just heavy. But because I didn't know who I was without that life. And that's the part no one prepares you for. When your identity is built around someone else, their betrayal doesn't just break your heart, it breaks your sense of self. I had to find that answer at 80. While most people are settling down, I was starting over. And starting over at that age is quietic. It's drinking tea alone for the first time without setting a second cup. It's sleeping in a bed that suddenly feels too big. But slowly, something else appears, something I hadn't felt in years. Myself. At first, it was uncomfortable, even frightening, because I didn't recognize it. But over time, not loud strength, not the kind people praise, but quiet strength, the kind that helps you get through one more day. I stopped asking why, because that question doesn't bring peace. Instead, I started asking something else. What now? And that question changed everything. What now means you still have a future, even if it looks nothing like you planned. I started walking in the mornings, not far, just enough to feel the air. I sat in the garden again, not thinking about the past, just being present. I spoke to people I had ignored for years, neighbors, old friends. Slowly, life began to return. Not the same life, but a real one. Here's what I've learned. It shows you what was missing all along. I thought I had a complete life, but it was a dependent one, a life that only made sense because someone else was in it. And when that person broke it, everything collapsed. Now, I'm building something different, something quieter but stronger, because it doesn't depend on anyone else staying. I'm 84, and yes, my husband betrayed me after 40 years. But that's not the end of my story. It's the moment I finally met myself. So if you're going through something like this, don't just ask why it happened, ask what comes next. Because even after everything breaks, you are still here. And that is where your life begins again.